Afternoon guys, this is just the first video I'm going to be doing in tasking myself to tell you the differences between GMS and HMS and what better place to start than setup. Now, you're pretty familiar with the setup of phones, I'm sure, working in phone shops, etc. That it's quite a simple process for you guys in store, but how does it differ from HMS device to GMS device? So old Huawei devices to new Huawei devices. Cool. I'll just click across there for you. Now, this is normally the bit where you'll start to pick up on stuff. So move data from another device will initiate phone calling, which is the standard thing that we would use to move all your stuff across from one phone to the other. On this particular occasion, just for ease of use, I'm just going to click set up as new device. Standard sort of stuff that you put on there is your Wi-Fi, your passwords, and that sort of thing. Now, this is the bit that's slightly different. So Google Services is what's going to be on there. What it will do is it will use your location, allow scanning, and it will use this to power some of your apps and give information off your phone onto some of the applications for it to work optimally. Now, you press more accept. Data and privacy, this is again something that Huawei do, so it's absolutely no different from a Huawei HMS device or a GMS device. Device protection, exactly the same on both of the phones. Enhanced services, now enhanced services is essentially EMUI, so little bits that it works out like AI perks, how it extends your battery, that sort of thing. This is done via enhanced services, so you will always enable all those. Again, with the user experience, again, this is things like themes, navigation, that sort of thing. You would join that. Enable your software to stay up to date. You'll want to make sure you're secure. And navigation through gestures. Now, you can just click off that like you normally would on there. I personally use gestures, but 3-key navigation, like it would be on the old devices, are available, and this is P30. And there you are, ready to go. No different than you'd normally expect from a GMS device. Now I'm just going to go through the P40 device. Now, I don't want to go into Latin. English. So, get started on there, just as it would be on the other device that we did earlier on. You pick from the UK, the same region that you'd be at. Terms of use are exactly the same as will be on the previous device. Insert SIM card, same as the previous device. Connect to the Wi-Fi, same as your previous device that I just shown you. Skip that. Data and privacy, again, this is the same because it's going through Huawei, not through Google or anything else, any external. So it'd be the same whether or not you're on a P30 Pro or a P40. Next. Now this is the thing that's a little bit different, which is Huawei mobile services. Essentially runs in the same way that Google services does, which is that it makes your phone feel and connect properly and use all the abilities that a phone could possibly do, whether or not that's location services, whether or not that's making the most of an application. This does exactly the same thing. So you would agree to these just as you would to Google services on the other one. Device protection is exactly the same. Enhanced services, exactly the same as it was on the previous one, and experience user. Now, share analytics. So the analytics on here will work out certain things on your device, such as what you're going to be using, how much you're using certain things, data usage, that sort of thing. And then again, it will optimize certain things on your phone to make the most out of your phone, but also not only to make it more efficient, but also for it to feel and use better. Cool. Huawei location services, again, this is just the same as what it would be on Google. And importing data, now the only difference on there is you can't get it from cloud services from Google. And then you can set up a Huawei cloud, which would essentially do the same purpose and is a like-for-like replacement for the Google cloud. Cool. You can set up as another device, data from another device. That's exactly the same as you would get with the phone clone side of things. We're going to set up as a new device, gestures, click off there again, finish that, and the phone looks identical. So as you can see there, HMS devices, GMS devices are not too dissimilar at all.